This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with an incredible artist, the one and only David Diaz. But before we get to our interview, here's a sneak peek at David's incredible song and the music video for it, Pay to Be Happy. Well, hello, David. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
David, so nice to finally meet you. You are in the land of Mickey.
Yep, Mickey World, Harry Potter World, whatever you wanna, whichever one
Oh,
is your vibe.
well, me and my husband, it's both Mickey always, but for him more so than me, Harry Potter. But we will get into that some other time. David, talk to me a little bit about the idea and how Pay to Be Happy came about, the idea in writing the song, and then also the concept for the music video.
Yeah, so Pay to Be Happy initially started. I was just like sitting in my room, just thinking about like just the concept of happiness, and I just really wanted to talk about more of like the negative side of how people attempt to achieve this sort of elusive, like fake, artificial version of happiness at the cost of their actual happiness. And I was like, wow, that'd be really interesting to talk about. Like, I don't really hear any songs like that. And it's definitely something I've always thought about. So I just decided to create like a song where it talks about, just being uh, aware that, sometimes whether it's, like something as simple as paying for a lollipop, you're paying like 99 cents to get that, momentary gratification from the lollipop. But then in a more grand scheme, it's like, you go to a party where there happens to be, not so great people or like bad situations, and what you're paying is like, your mental health, maybe like, you might lose family, you might lose friends, you might just lose people who've tried to help you, but, you've gone too far. Like, it's just like there's different forms of things that we give up in order to achieve this like level of happiness, I guess. And I just thought that was a really cool concept. But the video, yeah, that just came about. It wasn't really so much my idea, but I kind of gave them more free reign and they just went along with sort of what I had in my head. But I told them, yeah, I definitely want the main character to just be on drugs, like of some kind, but I want the drug to resemble happiness, which is why the pill has like a smiley face on it when he takes it. So, and kind of like his fall into like darkness is when he starts um, reacting to what he's done and just the way that it plays out through the video. So I love what they did there with it. So
I think it's an amazing concept now more than ever, David. This whole notion of figuring out what happiness is. I think all of us as humans, but especially artists, we've had to investigate what really makes us tick and how are we going to spend the limited time we have on this planet. And the fact that you've been able to kind of take this big topic, something that I think we've all been thinking about now more than ever, and do it through the lens of David Diaz. I freaking love it.
thank you so much.
David, I'm curious as well, what else have you been able to work on over these past 2 years? Were there times where it was a little bit of a lull, or did you find that, oh my gosh, your creativity was on fire?
It was both, honestly. When it started out, I kind of took it negatively, and I was like, so usually when I create music, it's because I want to, not because I'm stuck in my room or in a studio and because I have to, because I have nothing else to do. So it was a little hard at first because I was like, everyone who's a creative or like an artist right now isn't doing this by choice. It's because they have no other option. Like most of us couldn't leave our houses. Like we didn't have like options to do certain things that we usually do. So in the beginning, it was a little bit hard, but then I realized that, we decide how we react to what happens around us. And I was like, oh, I could literally just choose to make something good out of this and stop being a baby. And I decided to just start making music and just recreating that space that I usually have when, the world isn't falling apart.
Well, thank God you did that, my friend, because you're an incredible artist. And again, another big topic that you're talking about that I think we all as humans have had to really grapple with is that, yes, at the end of the day, no matter what, whether it's a toxic relationship or a disease or a pandemic, we can actually make the choice in
Mhm.
how we view it. And it's all about that choice and bringing back the power to oneself. It's something that's beautiful that again you bring up so eloquently that I'm not going to even begin to try and compete with you. Listen, David, before I ask my final question, I want to let everyone know for more on the amazing David Diaz. You can read more about him right below this video. David, for those artists out there that might be still having a tough time creating, what
Mm.
advice would you give to them?
Um, I would say just sort of think about where you are mentally and how you can change that. Because I think as humans, especially, like we're so used to obsessing about certain things, and especially with our society, like we are taught to sort of just um, panic sometimes and just freak out a lot. And instead of like, I mean, it's getting better, but I think we need to start learning how to reflect when we're in the tumultuous situations and just be like, okay, even though there's all this chaos happening around me, like what can I do and what do I have control over? And then just realize that you can start creating spaces for yourself and for other people to, be creative, to have that sense of community, or find that way to, think about and express like what you're feeling and what messages you want to communicate. So I guess it's really just learning how to find that quiet small voice inside yourself when everyone else and everything else is being so loud. And you can do it. It just takes a lot of like reflection and patience and sometimes help. So
David Diaz, you are an artist and a human, and I keep saying that as two different things, but I don't know why, but God bless, you're bringing it out of me, so I blame you. But David, I love the fact that you have done the work, obviously, on yourself as both a human being of the everyday, but also as an artist, and to be able to reflect, connect, and parlay such amazing wisdom. I'm ready for the David Diaz TED Talk.
Thank you. That'd be really cool. That'd be interesting.
I'm just going to put that out into the universe, David. Amidst everything else you have going on, put that on the vision board. Well, listen, David Diaz, I'm so excited you're coming on board this incredible new app, FENIX360, but also I'm so thrilled that we are now connected.